guys, like I really can't like dance. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, 12:57 p.m. to be exact, or 12:57 a.m. rather. And I can't fall asleep because I'm really stressed about some stuff. So I'm gonna film a Q&A for you guys. Yay! First, I wanna say thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. It is seriously insane that I finally hit that milestone after so many years of being on YouTube. And yeah, let's get back into the Q&A where you guys ask me questions on my community tab. So let's get started. The first question is, what show have you performed the most? Like, what is the most amount of times you've done a show? And that is by far A Christmas Carol, because that was my big community theater main stage debut, and I performed, I think, in 25 or 26 performances in A Christmas Carol. And up until then, I'd only done high school shows, which were only like 2 or 3. What was your first show as a leading role? And my first show as a leading role was How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, when I played Rosemary. What do you love most about acting? The thing I probably love most about acting is getting to play a different person for a while. I feel like it's almost therapeutic in a way, because you can kind of step outside of yourself and become someone else and kind of just let go of your own personal worries and problems and kind of jump into someone else's. Not that you're like jumping into their problems necessarily, but I don't know, it's just kind of like a mental escape, I think. What was the first show that you were in? The first show I was ever in was Annie Jr. and I played Grace Farrell. Actually, so I guess that was kind of like, well, that was a supporting role. I wouldn't call Grace Farrell a lead role, but that was like the first bigger role that I got. Why did you start your channel, and any college tips? I started my YouTube channel because I originally wanted to make covers and be a singer that was like discovered on YouTube. That was like my original plan. And then I realized I couldn't sing that well and I didn't know how to play music, and it turned into a theater channel, and now I kind of do it for fun and to kind of be able to chat with people and meet new people and things like that, and also to kind of just create content and have an outlet for myself. Any college tips? I guess if you are going to college and if you aren't in college yet, my biggest tip is probably prepare for the shift in your life. Like, expect to be sad when you first move away, expect to miss your parents or your family or wherever you came from, and expect it to be an adjustment, but it does get easier and it does get better, I promise. The first year is kind of weird because you're getting used to a lot of things and there's a lot of big changes in your life, but after that, I feel like it gets a lot better. Someone asked, what is your theater acting goal in life? And I'm actually not studying to be an actor. I don't intend on being an actor. It would be fun to continue to act, and I hope that I continue to find opportunities to act occasionally, but I have a lot more bigger goals now that I'm in college and I've kind of navigated through my path and kind of other things that I want to do with my life. So I feel like if I'm working really hard at those other things, I might not have as much time for acting. Like, it's kind of already happening in college where I really just don't act as much as I thought I was going to. Like in high school, I thought I was going to act in college all the time, and opportunities are a lot less frequent and don't align with my schedule super often. So I don't know, I hope that I wasn't already in the last show that I did. You know what I mean? I hope that I find time to act in the future. But yeah, I don't plan on pursuing acting, so that's that. Someone asked me what my voice type is, and I'm an alto, but I recently discovered, because I'm in a musical theater workshop class this semester, that I can kind of hit some mezzo-soprano stuff, so I'm like kind of working on that a little bit with my voice when I have time, because I kind of want to be able to sing higher notes, and like I like kind of can a little bit if I like work really hard on it, but like I'm mostly an alto. I'm super comfortable in an alto range. What was one of the funniest mishaps that ever happened to you on stage? It's been so long since I was frequently in shows, because in high school I was in like 2 shows every single year at least. And now that I'm in college, I haven't been in a show in so long, and they're like few and far in between. So I feel like it's hard to think of stage mishaps, but something that I always think of that didn't really happen to me, but was in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, my scene partner, who I had to kiss, also had to kiss somebody else, but the other kiss was a stage kiss, and somehow he still managed to like get lipstick on his face, and he had to like go the rest of the show with lipstick on his face, and it was funny, and I don't think he knew he had lipstick on his face, and yeah. What was your favorite ensemble role? Definitely being a silly girl. I would say that's probably my favorite ever ensemble role. That was really fun. Somebody asked, what did you think of The Little Mermaid live? And I don't remember what I was doing that day, but I could not watch The Little Mermaid live for some reason. And I want to know your guys' opinions on it, because I really did not hear a lot of people talk about it afterwards. So I don't even know like what happened with Little Mermaid live. Like, was it good? Was it bad? Was it cringy? Was it disastrous like Rent live? Like, what happened? Like, where did it go? What actor or actress inspires you the most? Absolutely 100% Christy Altamore. I think she's such a bright spirit, and I've talked about her on my channel before because I love her so much. I literally have a picture of me with her on my wall right there, photos, because she was such an angel. And when I met her, I like didn't really know what to expect because I wasn't following her that much. But after I met her, I just had such an amazing experience with her that now I'm like super into like following her career and following her on Instagram and like supporting her and stuff, because I just think she's a wonderful person, like inside and out, and also wonderful on stage. So super inspiring. Somebody asked, if I could teleport back in time and write a musical that's popular now, what musical would it be? And definitely Hamilton, but like not even for, I mean, I guess for like the creative satisfaction, but like also for the money, low-key, because like I would probably like never have to work the rest of my life if I wrote Hamilton. I don't know if that's true actually. Lin-Manuel Miranda, I know he like works a lot, but I think he works a lot because he's passionate about his work and his writing and his directing and all his creative aspects. I don't think he works because he like needs money, you know what I mean? Like he's definitely like low-key rich. He doesn't like brag about it, and he's not like snooty about it, which is why I love Lin-Manuel Miranda so much. Literally so much. If I could meet anybody in the world, it would be Lin-Manuel Miranda probably. So putting that out into the universe. A couple of people asked me what the least favorite role I've ever played was, and that's like a really hard question because I feel like I've enjoyed every experience that I've been in a show in a different way, and I don't think I've ever been like super negative in a show experience where I didn't like my role. It was probably like one of the high school plays that we did, because our straight plays were a lot differently handled than the musicals, and so sometimes the experience was a lot different. And there was definitely like one or two of those straight plays in high school that I just like really didn't feel super useful. Like I was either in very minimal scenes or like my roles like did not seem to contribute to the story well, because the plays weren't always like traditional stories or traditional plays. They were never traditional plays actually. So like I think probably like one of those weird funky roles that I had in one of those weird funky plays probably were my least favorite, I guess. Do you ever want to audition for Broadway? Probably not, unless I randomly get really famous and like I have enough fame where they just kind of let me be on Broadway because I'm like famous, you know what I mean? Like I don't think I would ever seriously go into a Broadway audition unless somebody told me like I'd really be seriously taken up for the role. And that's not me being a snob, it's because I'm not really an actor. Like I don't study acting. So if I studied acting and I said that, then that would be really snobby, but like that's not what I do. I love acting and I think it's so fun, but it's truly just a hobby. And for me right now anyway, and I probably would only do it if somebody was like, oh yeah, like we just want to give you a role for fun, like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, so we'll give you a role, like I don't know, something like weird like that. If that happened, then I would audition for Broadway, but probably not otherwise, because I don't know, I feel like it would be a waste of time, which is so sad to say, but like guys, like I really can't like dance like at all. Like I would not be able to do Broadway, and I can't sing like Broadway singers can sing, so sorry, it's My favorite non-musical play that I've ever done is definitely, no, I'm gonna change it. I was gonna say, I don't know, it's weird because I haven't done that many plays, like straight plays, and a bunch of them that I did in high school were like non-professional plays. They were like weird, abstract-y, different kinds of plays. But the one straight play that I did that had music with it that was like a big show, was for my community theater, and that was A Christmas Carol. So that was definitely my best experience in a straight play. I've really, really loved that experience. Would definitely go back to it if I could. And I was an ensemble. I was Martha Cratchit, but like also mostly ensemble, and it was just such a fun experience. So yeah. If you could give acting advice to your younger self, what would it be? Definitely to stop fiddling with my hands. And I say that because I have a very specific video in mind from when I was Grace Farrell and Annie, that I'm literally just on stage and I'm just like I don't know what to do with my hands, and they're like on my sides, but like just like I'm like fixing my dress on stage and like stumbling and stuff. But granted, it was my first show ever, and nobody told me like not to do that, or like, and I didn't know how to act when I was in 4th grade. Like nobody tells you those things. I just kind of was like, oh, I'll do drama club, and like for some reason I got a really good role and I did not know what to do with my hands, and that's probably what I would tell my younger self. Somebody asked, where are you from? And I'm from Long Island, New York. Someone asked, what are other hobbies that you have? And this year I definitely started really doing cooking as a hobby. Like I don't cook super extravagant things because like, you know, broke college student, but since I moved off campus and I actually have my own kitchen now, when I haven't had access to like a good kitchen in the last 2 years, I definitely like cook a lot more, and I find it kind of therapeutic to like make my own food because I really, really love food. I feel like food is just a hobby for me. Like literally look forward to certain meals all day, then I'm like excited when I get to cook them because I'm excited because I'm like making something I want to eat. and then it's fun for me, and then sometimes I try new recipes and that's fun for me. So I would say like cooking is a weird new hobby of mine, but like not like extravagant cooking, just like basic but you like the yummy cooking, I guess. And I don't know, what's another hobby? Okay, honestly, I'm gonna consider this a hobby because it's a hobby. I'm literally obsessed with applying for things. Like, I know that that sounds sad, but I'm constantly applying for like internships, jobs, like programs and like conferences and things like that. And I feel like at this point, like that's just one of the main things I do throughout a week. So I feel like I have to call it a hobby because like, yeah, like I just do that like really often. Like I'm just always kind of like looking into future things. I look at apartments a lot for places that I want to live, like New York, California, and I'm like literally cannot move for like another year and a half, 2 years because I'm still in college. I'm looking at apartments all the time for those. That's definitely a hobby. I look at money making videos all the time because I guess that's like a thing I'm obsessed with too, is like I'm so stressed about money, like, and I'm thinking about how I can make money all the time. I have weird hobbies, guys. I'm so sorry. And yeah, that is it for this Q&A. Thank you guys so much for asking me all these questions. I'm sorry a few of them were asked like 2 months ago and I only just got to them now, but I really appreciate it because you guys got me to 5,000 subscribers and that is amazing, and I'm really excited to do more on this channel when I have free time. I love you guys and thank you for staying up with me. It is now 1:12 in the morning, in case anyone was wondering. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And yeah, I guess like follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, do all that stuff, that fun stuff. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.